Doug McBride actually alive, or is he truly dead? This is the million-dollar question that has been keeping me awake at night, tossing and turning as I try to decipher the brilliant breadcrumbs the writers of Beyond the Gates have been leaving for us. Every single time the image of Doug appears on our screens alongside his grieving daughter, Deanna, the fandom erupts into a frenzy of speculation. At first, we saw Deanna interacting with Doug, only for him to vanish into thin air the moment after he delivered his cryptic advice. That vanishing act was the initial clue that clued us in. We were witnessing Deanna's hallucinations. It was a visual representation of her shattered psyche. But then, in the heart-stopping Friday, June 26th episode, Deanna is seen having yet another profound, full-blown conversation with Doug at Uptown. So, this makes me wonder, have we been entirely wrong? Is there a shocking soap opera twist waiting in the wings where Doug is being held captive in some dark basement, or is he genuinely gone from this world forever? From my personal perspective, I firmly believe that Doug McBride is truly irrevocably dead. I know some fans are holding out hope for a miraculous resurrection, but my theory is that his physical body is gone, and what we are witnessing is something far more profound and emotionally devastating. These recurring appearances of Doug in Deanna's imagination are, frankly, one of the most beautiful and poetic narrative choices the writers have ever crafted for this show. Instead of relying on the tired trope of a fake death, they have given Doug a compassionate, lingering presence. They have allowed Doug to live on in the deepest, most vulnerable corners of his daughter's memories. He is not a vengeful ghost seeking blood. He is a manifestation of Deanna's own internal moral compass and her desperate yearning for paternal guidance in a world that suddenly feels incredibly unsafe and chaotic. Think about the sheer emotional weight of the scene at Uptown. Deanna is lurking in the shadows, her heart breaking as she watches her mother, Vanessa, passionately kissing Joey Armstrong, the very man who represents everything dark and dangerous in their lives. The pain on Deanna's face is palpable. And right in that moment of absolute despair, dead Doug appears. He asks her a question that cuts right to the core of her current turmoil. Does she think she is going to stop this? Does she truly believe she can prevent her mother from making the biggest mistake of her life? Deanna, looking like a lost little girl, confesses her deep regret and feelings of failure. She feels she has let her father down by failing to protect their family. But Doug, in all his imagined wisdom, denies this. He tells her she is simply playing the wrong game. He instructs her to support Vanessa, predicting that if she does, Vanessa will eventually turn to her instead of Joey. Doug promises he will always be by her side, and they share a heartbreakingly poignant hug. This interaction is a masterclass in psychological storytelling. Why doesn't Doug's ghost return to haunt Joey Armstrong? If Doug were a restless spirit, wouldn't he be throwing things around Joey's casino, tormenting the man who has so much to do with his tragic demise? This is the exact detail that keeps fans endlessly guessing. But the fact that he only appears to Deanna, gently guiding her rather than demanding vengeance, proves my theory. This isn't a ghost story. It is a grief story. Doug is guiding Deanna because Deanna's own subconscious is desperately trying to save her from a lifetime of bitterness. Her mind is using the comforting image of her father to tell her what she already knows deep down, that pushing her mother away is only going to leave her completely orphaned and alone. Deanna doesn't want to accept Vanessa's relationship with Joey. She despises Joey with every fiber of her being. But at the same time, she doesn't want to become this cold, distant, and estranged daughter. The friction between her loyalty to her dead father and her need for her living mother is tearing her apart. If she continues to wage a loud, aggressive war against Joey, she will only drive Vanessa further into his manipulative arms. The writers have brilliantly inserted Doug into Deanna's narrative to bridge this seemingly impassable gap. By having Doug give her permission to stand down, Deanna's subconscious is allowing her to change her tactics without feeling like she is betraying his memory. And so we witness the immediate aftermath of this vision. Deanna walks right up to Vanessa and Joey, completely dropping her hostile demeanor. She puts on a warm, convincing smile and tells them that she is not going to interfere in their relationship anymore. Vanessa, who has been absolutely frantic and heartbroken over the rift with her daughter, is overwhelmed with relief and pulls Deanna into a tight hug. It seems like a beautiful moment of reconciliation. Vanessa is certainly going to be thrilled that Deanna is finally acting more gently toward her and Joey. But hold on a second. If you think Deanna has actually accepted Joey Armstrong, you are severely underestimating this young woman. Do not celebrate this newfound peace just yet. But that's not all. We have concrete evidence that Deanna's hatred for Joey is burning brighter and hotter than ever before. To find this evidence, we only need to look at another crucial scene from the exact same episode. Earlier in the hospital, Deanna visits Catherine "Cat" Richardson, who is recovering from the massive, life-threatening surgery where she donated a portion of her liver to save Eva Thomas. Deanna is absolutely flabbergasted by Cat's selflessness. We all know the bitter, toxic history between Cat and Eva. Eva slept with Cat's boyfriend and was the living, breathing reminder of the affair that shattered Cat's parents' marriage. Yet, Cat tells Deanna that after learning about Eva's origin story, she understands her better and doesn't hate her quite as much as she used to. Deanna's reaction to this is incredibly telling. She looks at Cat as if Cat has lost her mind. Deanna firmly declares that she would never donate an organ or sacrifice anything for someone she truly hates. And then she specifically names her target, like Joey, for instance. This is the smoking gun. Cat is shocked by the sheer venom in Deanna's voice, but Deanna refuses to back down. She explicitly states that she will never, ever give Joey a single chance. She views him as entirely unworthy of any grace, forgiveness, or sacrifice. So, how do we reconcile the Deanna who spits venom about Joey in Cat's hospital room with the Deanna who smiles warmly at Joey and Vanessa at Uptown just hours later? My theory is that Deanna has officially initiated the long con. When her father's vision told her she was playing the wrong game, Deanna realized that throwing tantrums and issuing ultimatums was a losing strategy. It only made her look like the irrational, angry child, while allowing Joey to play the role of the patient, understanding partner for Vanessa. So Deanna is changing the rules of engagement. She is going undercover in her own family. By pretending to accept Joey, she is lowering his defenses and securing her place right by her mother's side. So this makes me wonder, what exactly is Deanna planning to do now that she has infiltrated the enemy's camp? I think she is plotting a much more intense, calculated, and devastating separation for Vanessa and Joey. Deanna is a smart girl, and she knows that simply telling Vanessa that Joey is a bad man isn't going to work. Vanessa is completely blinded by Joey's charm and his recent heroics, like saving Abby Newman Winters from that falling chandelier. Vanessa has even been planning a romantic, luxurious getaway to Napa with Joey, completely oblivious to the dark criminal underworld he operates in. Vanessa has declared her love, and she is fully invested. If Deanna wants to break them up, she needs undeniable, irrefutable proof of Joey's villainy. I strongly suspect that Deanna is going to use her newfound acceptance to slither into Joey's blind spot. She is going to look for any vulnerability, any careless mistake, and any hidden clue that connects Joey to the circumstances surrounding Doug's death. We, the viewers, know that Joey has deep ties to the plasma ring, the impaler, and the dangerous elements that ultimately cost Doug his life. Joey has been desperately trying to keep his hands clean in front of Vanessa, lying to her face about his ongoing meetings with his criminal sister, Heather. But secrets in Fairmont Crest never stay buried forever. Deanna is going to become the silent observer. She might start spending more time at the casino, pretending to bond with Joey, all while secretly snooping through his office, listening in on his phone calls, and tracking his shady associates. She is going to gather the puzzle pieces of Doug's demise and meticulously construct a weapon of truth. And when the time is right, she isn't just going to tell Vanessa, she is going to show her. This process is undoubtedly going to take time. We are buckling up for a slow burn storyline filled with tension, close calls, and psychological warfare. But it will be so incredibly satisfying and thrilling to watch. Imagine the sheer devastation when Vanessa's blind faith in Joey completely collapses right in front of him. Imagine the horror on Vanessa's face when she realizes that the man she has been sleeping with, the man she wanted to build a future with, has been lying to her about the most traumatic event of her life. The betrayal will be absolute, and the fallout will be nuclear. I am so incredibly eager to see how this plays out. Will Joey, who is a master manipulator himself, see right through Deanna's sudden change of heart? Or will his arrogance and his desire to please Vanessa make him underestimate a grieving daughter's determination. Deanna is playing with fire, tangling with a man who has powerful, lethal connections. If Joey catches her snooping, her own life could be in grave danger. But fueled by the memory of her father and her desperate need to protect her mother, I don't think anything will stop Deanna McBride. The writers have set the stage for an epic showdown. Doug may be dead, but his presence is shaping the future of everyone he left behind. He has given Deanna the ultimate playbook. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Joey Armstrong better watch his back, because the daughter of the man he wronged is coming for his empire, and she is doing it with a smile on her face. What do you guys think? Is Deanna truly capable of taking down a seasoned criminal like Joey? Will Vanessa ever forgive herself when she learns the truth? Let me know your wild theories and keep your eyes peeled for the next explosive episode of Beyond the Gates.